the Americans will see the Players' Championship as the 5th major because it's got all the top PGA Tour players.
I'll have to get off to a good start tomorrow.
This week we've got all the best European Tour players and all the best PGA Tour players, so I'm a Scottish person,
I think that's pretty important.
and the Scottish Open is the one that I want to win. The Players, I'll take it, but the Scottish Open is the one that at the end of my career I want to have.
Your shuttle has arrived.
Just was looking at the bottom of this sweatshirt, and it has these little inspirational quotes on it. It says, "To risk nothing is the greatest risk."
Wow.
Who do we think is risking the most today? Probably Bob MacIntyre, right? Hometown kid, 2 shots back going into Sunday at his home open, hoping for what he called the 5th major of his career, at least.
What's good is that he's just like in the same spot as last year.
Yeah,
No one really expects him to completely do it.
exactly.
Right.
Better than having a 5-shot lead. Right
Ludwig
now,
Oyberg is going to, you know, he's be the heavy favorite. He's like the perfect golfer. So if you can beat him, it'll be a surprise to just about everybody, and the entire campus is going to be behind you.
In the final round of the 2024 Genesis Scottish Open, the 27th tournament on the DP World Tour, and the 2nd edition of this year's Rolex Series. This is game number 37. On the tee from Scotland, Robert MacIntyre.
Everybody in the world wanted to know what Rory McIlroy was going to do this week, coming off the disaster at Pinehurst. And I would say the performance across the board was pretty good.
I mean, I've had a lot of putts from sort of between 8 and 12 feet for birdies that, you know, I've hit decent putts, but they've just slid by, or so. Mostly that. Hopefully the greens are they're not going to be that much faster at Troon, but you know, maybe a little bit truer.
But I think he's actually in the perfect place for his game right now. He's not overextending, he's not stressing, he's not the focus of the entire golf world after the 2-iron of his life to win the Scottish Open the day before showing up on site. I think that's honestly perfect for him. Going into Troon, he has the freedom and the time to really go in with expectations in a reasonable place, and we just haven't seen that from Rory in a decently big moment over the last few years, and I'm not sure we'll be able to say the same about some of the guys who are finishing up here on the 18th behind us. Bob MacIntyre is mounting a late push. Scottish Open is getting hot, even though I am very, very cold.
Hello, TK.
And just a step back, I just heard the clunk. I've got spikes on the front 3 of my shoes. Not all my shoe is spikes. It's just the front 3 studs is metal spikes. And I was like, no way. I've got a sprinkler underneath my foot. And obviously when the plastic spikes at the back, you don't feel it. And I said to Mike, it goes, Mike, am I standing, when I set up to the golf ball, am I standing on that sprinkler? And he's laughing at me going, yep, yeah. And that was just a lucky break. And you use the rules to your advantage. You're standing a sprinkler, you're due relief, and that was just the one kiss I needed.
I don't want to call it a golf gods moment.
Oh my gosh. But it's a golf gods moment. Let's just call it what it is. Any other golfer out here, the same thing happens. We say, man, rules of golf are an abomination. We have to change this. You know, TIO relief is, you know, all this relief has gone too far. Like, you know, play the shot as it lies. But it happens for Bob in this moment. We're like, no, that's the golf gods at work right there. Sometimes you got to get lucky. He got a little bit lucky, but there was nothing lucky about the approach he hit after that. There was nothing lucky about the putt he hit after that. There was nothing lucky about the 2-putt on 17, and there was nothing lucky about the putt on 18. That was all like true hard-fought skill and shot execution under the gun when it matters. I won't hear any more about the luck. It was the golf gods. They made the decision. They smited down anyone else who thought that they would beat him today and handed Bobby Mack his National Open on a silver platter. I'm sure you've dreamt about that moment on 18 for a good chunk of your life. I'm just wondering how reality compared to your dream.
It was everything. It was just, I mean, I've lost my voice from the scream that I made it. I let out. Last year was heartbreaking, but this year was, yeah, it means everything. This is one that's, I said I wanted it at some point in my career, and I got it today.
Golf is just the freaking best sometimes. Like, truly, it is just the best. That moment is something that I hope stays with me forever. In the heart of Scotland, seeing a Scottish golfer pour in a 20-footer for birdie on the last hole to win the tournament. Like, you could not dream of a better ending to this golf tournament. You could not dream of a better ending to this week. It was just the entire thing. It was incredible. I was standing there just watching the scene in disbelief of my eyes as people beneath me are screaming and swearing, and his family is crying into one another's arms and just like swearing more than I've ever heard people swear in the midst of tears. Like, it was just ridiculous. The entire thing was just, it was so crazy. It's just like, I don't know how you could top this sport in that moment.
I'll be trying to win the Open Championship, and there might be some alcohol still in the system, but I will try my best, and I'm not really too worried about. I'm going to celebrate this one with my friends and family, everyone that's there. I don't think they're going to be going home to Oban tonight. My best mate was meant to be working on call tomorrow morning, and he ain't going to call tomorrow. But no, we'll celebrate this one well.
We're like, what, 20 paces from the first tee at the old course?
You're being so casual about it. I'm like floating on air right now. What's our yardage?
Don't play.
Right, just be careful. 275 on the left.
Well, he's absolutely topped it.
So I believe how this works is ground under repair, so I can actually just take this straight out of the Bobby Jones bunker.
No.
No.
Tell him it's GUR for that turf that's been replaced, sir.
Don't tell me that, Ian. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, you made it worse.
Alright, stop up.
What hole we on?
Oh, we're on the road. So yeah, what could possibly go wrong? I mean, I'm sure they replace windows all the time here, so.
Solid. I can see it still. Come back. Oh, I spoke that into existence.
Nice, confidence inspired.
Did you catch that? Good silence back here, cameraman.